Uh, all right, great.
Okay. Hello.
Okay, hello.
I can't hear you if you've got your.
Uh,
I can hear myself on your stream.
what'd you say? Um, can you hear yourself now?
Nah,
You're
I
coming.
can hear.
You're coming up.
Okay. Well, I turned the Twitch off so that way I can just hear you through Discord. That way I'm not double hearing you or
Okay.
hearing. Okay. All right. All due respect and my apologies. I'm being an absolute dick. I'm gonna say it. I'm honestly just raging, and I just got done. I'm Andy. I'm the Andy guy, and just hear me out. How is it not being toxic to another player by taunting them when somebody like somebody who's been playing the game for years, right? And you taunt them and you start being a dickhead to them. It's kind of being a dickhead to them, really. And
When you said okay,
go ahead.
are you
Sorry.
saying during the match? Were you watching it during the stream? Were you watching the match on the stream?
Oh no, I was the player.
Okay. Now here's
I
my
wasn't watching the stream.
okay. Did you disconnect on purpose?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I'm willing to admit it. I
Oh,
don't really give a shit.
okay. So here's my question. If you disconnected a match on purpose because you did not want to accept losing,
Mm-mm.
am I supposed to not say anything?
Oh, I don't even know what you said. My thing is why taunt me when I haven't provoked any necessary. I know, I get it, one on one and mind games and stuff, but it feels like you're just taking. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but it just feels like you're just kind of making me feel like shit for even playing the game.
It.
And it's not the loss. I don't care about the loss.
I mean, clearly you did because you disconnected.
Nah, it's. I feel like it's the sore winner loser kind of thing. Sure, I know I'm being a sore loser. I'll admit to it. But it's like being a sore winner too. It's like why? Why be a sore winner?
You disconnected. It's a match.
Before
Here's the
you're
thing.
being a
If here's the
you're
thing.
being a. Go ahead. Sorry.
Here's the thing. If if you heard me during the match and you didn't like what you heard, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay. So here's the thing: is that when I'm saying things during a match, it's mostly for entertainment purposes. It's mostly because I'm in the zone, trying to make the game exciting, and sometimes some of the things I say are a bit nasty, but I take and I give back, and when I lose, I'm a great sport about it unless it's some match that's really cheap. When it comes to win, lose, draw, or whatever, taunting or not taunting, the buck stops on whether you connect or disconnect during the match after you lose.
I mean, I get that. I do. I'm the one who disconnected, absolutely. And but my thing is like, yeah, sure, I disconnected, but you couldn't have known that I was gonna disconnect before taunting me and stuff.
I
Like,
taunted you once
yeah, but why?
because you weren't moving and I was halfway across the screen and you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I was trying. I honestly, I was just trying to provoke you into maybe trying to do something. I was hoping you'd jump and I could maybe ultra or something, but
But I didn't.
instead you sat on the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
Now, okay, he- hear me out. I have to deal with a lot of this kind of stuff. I've got a dude who literally on Street Fighter 4 who is literally impersonating me and stuff, and I just feel like I'm fighting against the entire community. And here's my thing. I don't care about losing. I just feel like I was BM'd, and that's why I disconnected. I wouldn't have disconnected otherwise if I hadn't have felt BM'd or cheated, you
Okay, what
know,
does BM'd mean?
like bad move,
Bad move.
just kind of being a dick, you know.
But that's not being. I hit the taunt button once and you taunted back. Okay, I hit the
Did I
taunt, but
taunt
I
back?
hit
I
the
don't remember.
taunt, but dude. I hit the
I
taunt
got
button
you.
once. I hit the taunt button once. You didn't move. You decided to jump in on Tatsumaki, and I
Yeah.
light spin kicked you. I could have moved. Would it be different if I taunted, hit run, and KO'd you with the slide? Would it be different if I did nothing and still did that? Here's my thing. Okay, if this bothers you, you've you've not seen the worst of the fighting game community. And what I mean by that is there are a lot more toxic players than hitting the
Oh,
taunt button once.
hey, can I show you something really fast?
Not really. What is it?
I mean, it's just okay. I literally have a player who, like I said, he literally follows me around. If I'm online, this is why I go on a different name on Street Fighter right now.
Block them.
Who is you can block them all day. They can still come into your lobby every time. It doesn't matter, and you can set the region to same, But this dude's got a VPN, so he can change it from Russia to or EU to America to whatever. And the dude literally holds my lobby hostage and is threatening me and my family. And he'll do it for a whole hour if I fucking let him. And
Why don't
I
you
have
kick
seen
him?
the worst of it. I can kick him for days. I can't do anything. He'll just rejoin. There's no block list. The dude's got multiple accounts. I mean, I do deal with the worst of it. I'm serious. And that's kind of my frustrations, and that's why it feels like every taunt is like a BM because I do deal with stuff like that. And I just don't I'm tired, man. I'm just so tired. And I'm so sorry. I really shouldn't have come on here and provoked you, honestly. I know I'm in the wrong. I'm just frustrated, man.
Uh, Look, it's a video game. What I mean by that is you win, you lose, doesn't matter. I'm one player and millions of players, and look, if a taunt bothers you too much, maybe you should play something else in terms of fighting games. There are many other fighting games you can play. You can pick up the anniversary edition of Street Fighter 2. You can play King of Fighters, you can play Guilty Gear, Samurai Showdown. If this Because here's the thing is that this community right now has a lot of bots. It has a lot of A rank players.
Oh
But
yes.
here's the thing is that my agreement stops at disconnecting. Whether you win, lose, or draw, I never disconnect from a match. Even
Never,
when I'm
huh?
dealing with the worst kinds of players, you don't disconnect because you don't learn anything. And it's like, I have sympathy for. I've had online stalkers. I do this outside of Twitch. I do this outside of, like, I do other things, and I've had online stalkers. I've had, the messages and the whatever. I've had that before. It's not cool. Yeah, there's
But you've
bots.
never disconnected?
No. Because here's the thing is that if you disconnect, that says more about you as a player to the opponent. For me, I just made it a punchline for a minute and then moved on. Because the thing is that I've dealt with disconnects all the time. And you don't learn anything from a disconnect. And more likely than not, the player that you're fighting against will be frustrated by disconnects. Whether it be sending a nasty message or laughing at it, it's gonna happen. So it's like, you really gotta, I don't know what to tell you, but you gotta, like, get used to
Just get it together, really.
not even just get it together. It's a competitive game. People are gonna do things to get you off of your game. People are always
Yeah,
gonna do that.
you're
So,
right.
like, pump the brakes. I Look,
I
pump the
can I.
brakes on everything right now.
Okay.
Pump the brakes on the person following you. Pump the brakes on you getting mad at me for taunting you. Pump the brakes on all that.
Can I
Just
apologize?
you're cool. I already don't care. You're cool.
Thanks.
Just
Appreciate that.
just focus on getting better at Street Fighter. And if you lose a match, you lose a match and you go on from there.
And it's not the end of the world.
Yes. Now, I'm
Okay.
a lot more patient than a lot of people. Like, the other thing, too, is that if you're feeling a certain way about this, you start off really, if you start off really confrontational in a Twitch chat, someone like me probably is not going to be on the other side willing to have a constructive conversation about this. So, like, you really gotta, like,
Take your
chill
battles.
out. Like,
Yeah.
don't immediately go straight into sending hate mail or
Yeah,
any
you're
sort of
right.
nasty messages to a player, like, right after a match, like, demanding stuff. I'm just saying, these are all things that can prevent you from ending up as an article on Kiwi Farms.
Oof.
So, yeah. So, just, remember, whenever it's the end of a match, if you have someone who's, people pick Dan. Like, I've had matches where people have picked Dan on me, did a bunch of cheap crap, and then disconnected after to make a statement. It's whatever. Like, people are gonna be douchebags on the internet. And especially on fighting games, because it's a lot more competitive. There's a lot more ego on the line, and it's just something you got to deal with. That's all I have to say on this situation.
Okay. Well, look, man. Again, I hate to like drill in. I'm sorry. Thank you for talking to me though, because to be honest, I'm a solo player. I don't really have anybody I play the game with and stuff, so I don't really have anything to bounce anything off of people with.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting to actually talk to somebody actually about this and everything does bring some insight and can help me, and I think it's going to help me. So I do appreciate that. Seriously, thanks for sitting sitting down with me, the fucking dude who's calling you a chump and shit. You know, thanks for giving me a chance.
Hey, look,
Appreciate it.
I've heard a lot worse, and sometimes you get people who sometimes you get funny hate mail where people send things like someone said like something about how I sucked, but then their player tag was the message said I need friends, and then the only thing I said back was no wonder you don't have friends. So it's like sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's funny, sometimes you don't need to respond to people, sometimes it's just a straight block. So
Right.
look, I don't take this any other way. My character, okay, the character of Moose is not the person who's speaking right now. Like, this is Moose as a human being who goes to work and eats breakfast.
Okay.
The character of Moose in the stream is a cocky asshole.
Fair.
So
That's very fair.
I hope you learned something from this.
I did. Seriously.
I think it's a good learning experience for everyone on stream. And here's the thing. I think that this might be very constructive for anybody who's listening who just started playing fighting games. So, your name isn't like, if I do a highlight, it's going to be after you have your Twitch tag, your Discord name or whatever. Because I might actually highlight this conversation because it could be constructive.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
All
That'd
right.
be fine.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, have a good night.
Hey, you too. Enjoy the games. Have a wonderful night, and appreciate it. Peace.
See ya. See, I'm not that bad of a guy unless you're playing Mortal Kombat 11, piece of garbage game made by 7-year-olds and chimpanzees in a lab room. Garbage. I think we could all learn something from that conversation. Well, I can't, but you know what I mean. Very interesting night.